All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in House Edge Live. Here we are on Tuesday. Tuesday here in Wenatchee, Washington. I'll tell you what. You watching baseball? Anybody watching baseball out there? My God, the game, that play last night, there's a couple of things that happened over the last few weeks that are amazing. I think I'm always astounded by the speed at which pro athletes not just play and run and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the athleticism is amazing, but their brains work at such a high level in the moment. It's unbelievable. So that play last night in the Brewers game, if you saw it, where the guy, they had bases loaded, Dodger guy hits, basically what's going to be a grand slam. The dude chases it down, jumps up, right, robs him of the grand slam, which is a play in itself, right? He's got the speed and everything else to get up there and get it done. But the thing is, he doesn't actually catch the ball, right? It bounces out of his glove and he catches it. It's off his glove, off the wall, back into his glove. So it's not a catch, right? And in that split second, boom, he fires it in. Relay goes to home. The guy from third tagged. He waited for the catch, tagged from third. They throw it home. It's a force play, which in the moment, nobody probably realized that, right? Because he didn't actually catch the ball and on the fly. So you have to, all of the players have to realize at the same time, didn't catch the ball. Now it's a force out. They throw it home. It's a force play. The runners on the base pass got jacked up. The catcher runs up, tags third base, right? Like, it's just amazing to me how that kind of stuff happens that fast. We had a play in the Mariners game a few weeks back, I think last week, where Josh Naylor had the same kind of thing where there was he doubled a guy off at first base, and if he didn't do all the things in the exact order it had to be done, like it was he caught a line drive, it looked like he caught the line drive, but it kind of one-hopped his glove, and the guy was on first base, didn't go to second, he goes back to first, and the runner, of course, is still running. So the ball's hot. It wasn't a catch. He has to tag the runner first, who's standing on first base, and then touch the base for the double play. If he touches the base first, it's not a double play. Only one guy's out, one guy's safe. Like, how these guys think in the moment is amazing to me. And I think, obviously they've been playing for, their whole lives and stuff, but it always amazes me. Yeah, that was an amazingly heads-up play. Like I said, in the moment, you're like, my God, it's just like, I don't know, man. I asked my son, who played baseball from when he was 7 till he was, 22, 23. I said, would you have known to do that? He's like, I don't think so. Like, you know what I mean? You can drill it all you want to, but you just don't always just come. Anyway, that was all good stuff. And of course, what's funny about that is in the moment I'm watching, I'm thinking to myself, the line on this game is 2. Or whatever, I think it was 2.5. Was it 2 or 2.5? Anyway, here comes the grand slam, and everybody in Vegas just puckers up, right? Of course, you get this weird ass double play. The game's a 1-run game, and the line stays basically true like it always does. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get to the show here today. I want to talk to you a little bit about Blackjack again today. We're going to do a little bit of Blackjack, I don't think the outfielder knew it. What's funny is, that outfielder, it was only his first game since like August. Like he hasn't played forever. Anyway, it was crazy. All right, we're doing Blackjack today, and again, I want to just switch games up every once in a while, just do something different with you all, just because it's fun, and I don't have a full craps table yet. So anyway, we're gonna work some more bankroll plays today. Yesterday we talked about Blackjack chaos from one end. Today we're gonna approach it a different way, and again, manage your bankroll, understand your appetite for risk, identify opportunity. Today's going to be a discipline day. Really disciplined. We're going to look at a goal, hit that goal. We're probably going to stop playing. We're probably not going to stop playing because it's a show, but I want you to pay attention to the rhythm of this game as I play it out today. Now, we've been doing Blackjack, or we've been talking about this for a long time, and I think we'll get to this in a little while. Not today, probably later in the week, where we talk about variance all the time, right? Mathematically speaking, what is variance, right? Variance, of course, is how far we stray off of the expected outcomes, right? And you're never going to be right. You're almost never going to be perfect in craps, 36 rolls, and roulette, a perfect 38 spins. You're just not going to see it, right? There's some variance somewhere. And it's a Duracell coined a term of variance influencer instead of dice influencer, which I think is great, because what DIs are doing is trying to kind of shift the variance where they want it instead of where it naturally occurs, right? Which is, I think, a very cool way of looking at that. But Variance happens everywhere. You get these ridiculous swings. Yesterday was a good example. I played Blackjack for you yesterday, and we had this. I told you the RNG that we use isn't the greatest right now, right? So, and I'm fully aware of that. Yesterday was a day where I hit 4 in a row, I think 3 or 4 times, right? You normally don't see that, right? But we played in such a way, and this is the way I normally play, that when that happens, I'm ready for it. And I say ready for it, I'm already playing for it. I'm playing for that to happen every single time. Like some craps players play for the 30 roller every single time. In Blackjack and Roulette and Bach, I play for the chaos. I'm always playing for 4 or 5 in a row. And I'll burn one at a time, looking for 4, 5, 6 in a row, because I know I can win 15 units that way, like we did yesterday. So you're chasing swings and trends and streaks and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to happen to you both ways. We talked about this last week. You're going to get a bunch of consecutive wins and a bunch of consecutive losses. You're going to have chop, whether it's 2 wins and a loss, 1 loss and 2 wins. You're going to go back and forth sometimes. How are you playing in the chop? And when the chop is over with, how do you attack what's coming next, right? And if you're always looking for, like yesterday, we were looking for like a series, right? I played the 1, 3, 2, 4. You can play a straight up paroli, whatever you want to. You're looking for some kind of a series of things to happen in a row. When you're losing, you drop into a ladder for a minute, maybe get a 2 wins in a row parlay, get out of there, and then leverage your budget like I did yesterday. Today, we're going to come from the negative side. We're going to assume that instead of chasing the win, we're going to plan for the loss ahead of time. We're going to come in with a ladder today. We're going to come in with a ladder, and we're going to start in the middle of the ladder. We're not going to start at level 1, like a lot of times Wayland will do. We're going to start in the middle of the ladder, like Dr. S does, right? We're going to start level 3 or 4. And we're going to ladder down on the wins. If we get them early, we're going to be in great shape. We'll catch paycheck quickly, right? If we have losses, it's going to cost us a little more in the bankroll, but we're going to be able to recover that also, I think, pretty quick. If we have time, we'll do a 31, but I'm not sure we'll have time. So let's jump into it. Let's get in there and play some Blackjack and able to see how it goes today. Here we go. Randy Hill, that's the wrong screen. We're going to do it here. There we go. I need to go one more screen forward. There we go. Randy I love the 1, 3, 2, 4. The thing about the 1, 3, 2, 4 that's so great, honestly, is this. The 1, 3, 2, 4 rocks because I'll use purple chips today, right? Because if you've got 2 units in your bankroll, right, and the 1 wins, right, and when you go to the 3 and the 3 wins, and you pull back the 2, you're at your goal. Most likely, you've got your 1 that you started with, the 1 that you tacked on, 2 units in profit, right, that you can lock up and run away with. Technically, you've got 4 units in profit after the 3. It's a beautiful thing, right? That 2 in a row gets you 4 units in wins, which is awesome, right? You're also playing with 2 and keeping 2. So you've got so much flexibility in that strategy. I just love it. And by the way, all credit for that doesn't go to me. There was a guy who used to do craps videos a long time ago from Australia, Craps Down Under. And I first saw the 1, 3, 2, 4 on his show probably 6, 7 years ago. I used to play like a parlay system, like a I used to call it, what did we used to call that? I forget. Anyway, you'd take a win, you'd parlay the win, your next bet would go down 1 unit. You take that win, you parlay that win, come down a unit. It was kind of complicated to remember. This one is so much easier. I just love it. Anyway, here we go. Let's play Blackjack. We're going to go with a level 4 bet with $1,000 bankroll, as you can see. We're going to start with a level 4 bet as our go-to. We're going to ladder down from level 4. If we kind of got to move my screen in front so I can see it. All right, here we go. Let's go with a level 4. And again, we'll win, come down, we'll lose, we'll go up. This will be a little bit of a bankroll burn because we don't have enough here. Actually, I wonder if I can do this. Can I take this and go? I can only reset. The next version of the game I can set the bankroll. Here we go. We only have a couple cracks at it because the bankroll is low. Let's play it out with a level 4 starting point. Here we go. And we start out ugly, of course, right? God, I hate that. Yeah, bust on that one. So now we have, from 4, we have to go level 5. So we're at 125. We're going to ladder up. There we go. There we go. Come on. All right. So we won at level 5, come back down to level 4. And again, we started in the middle. We didn't start at the bottom. If we get to level 1 anytime, we're done. This strategy, starting at level 4, when you end at your level 1, you're always going to be done. There's a 19. Come on. Come on. Ugh. All right, we'll stay there. No. Again, here's a big bug in the game where we know that if they have blackjack up here, the game doesn't stop like it should. The new version does, but this one does not stop. Let's hit the 9. Let's hit the 14, and we're out anyway. All right, up to 1 1/4. Ooh, split them. What happened there? It went backwards. That's weird. Okay, so we're done there. Stand. Ah, it gave me a card. I shouldn't have done that. That was weird. We shouldn't have got a card. We're going to stay at the same level we tied. That's a nice bug to see right there. Cool. Let's hit that. Oof, 150. Thank you. All right, back to 125. We're at 17. Stay on that one. Oh, we lost that? That's a bummer. I told you this. Sometimes this RNG will get you 10 in a row, or either way. It gets into its little pockets. All right, 18 gets an 8. We'll stand there and we push. We at 125. 125, right? Yeah. Ugly. Yep. Yesterday we won so easy, right? I told you yesterday we're going to have a rough time the next time we play, right? We'll stand there. And it's a push. Ugh. All right, we'll stay there. And we get that one. Now we're down to 1 1/4. Let's get, oh, blackjack, baby. Down to our original starting point, which is great. 19 will stand there. They bust out. Now look. Now we're at our original, right? We started at level 4. We had to go up and down a little bit. And as ladders go, when you're up and down a little bit, you're going to win a unit or so along the way. We got a 37.50 in profit because of the blackjack. So we're actually up 1 unit here. Now we go down the ladder to 75. We'll stand on that. Bust it. There we go. Down to 50. So see how we laddered from the 100, right? Down to 75, down to 50. Let's do it. Double me up, baby. That's a good pull. Bang. All right, last one. Level 1. Last bet right here. Oh, we can't. This is a $50 minimum table, so we can't actually go down any further. So that's actually, we can call this done. Let's pull that back. And that session, you won 312. If you want to look at it like number of wins, you're at 1,300. The extra 1,250 was, again, the blackjack, which is your bonus money, right? So that was it. Starting at the ladder, level 4, even though we got thumped a little bit in there, because you can work yourself down to level 1, right? When you get down to level 1 and win, you're done. That's a goal-hitting session. And if I actually go to my table here and show you what I mean by that, again, I'm sorry for the mouse and crap being in the way, but I'll show it to you again. If you're at level 4, and again, I don't know what your goals are, but let's just take a look at what your net profit would be, okay? At level 4, at 0, no profit, right? You win the 4, come down, and there's your 4. There's your first unit in profit. At level 3, you come down, and now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units in profit. At level 2, come down to 1, 2, 3. There's 200 in profit. Last one comes in, it's 250, right? Started with 4 units, you're out with 10. It's not the same as the parolees where you start with 1 and end up with 10, right? It takes 4 to win 10, but if you work yourself down the ladder, you're at a 10 unit profit. That's pretty stout, and that's what I like about that, right? So I think that the mid-level ladder, right, starting at the midway point, I think is a pretty powerful way to do it. Again, I don't personally play a lot of ladders, right? But it's kind of fun to do. Now I'm going to play another round. We're going to reset the bankroll. Let's do, wrong screen. This one, we're going to reset the credits to 1,000, okay, and start over again. Now I'm going to play a 31, all right? The 31 is going to be like this, and I'm going to put my chips out front so you can see them here. It's a level 1, level 1, level 1, level 2, level 2, 4, and then these two are 8s. There's 8 there, and there's 8 here. Okay, so it's 8, 16, 24, 6, 8, 31. That's how this works. 31 units at risk. All right, I'll have the chips in front of me. You guys can't see them. As I'm playing, okay, I will understand what the levels are. Okay, and in our case, level 1 is $50, not 25. So we're gonna have to kind of pay attention to that because again, this game is set to a $50 minimum. So here we go. Let's play that again, and we'll do a level 1 bet of $50, and let's get started. And again, what you do in a 31 is as you progress through, you double your bets, or you have to parlay. You need 2 in a row somewhere. Anytime you get 2 in a row, reevaluate. Here we go. Ugh. Come on, something small. Nope. All right, that's our first level 1. So back to level 1 we go for our second one. That's a good one. We'll stay there. Bust it out. Thank you, sir. Now, what you do is we won at level 1. We parlay the win, right? So we're going to be here. Well, you guys can't see my table, but we're here. We're going to parlay that win. If we get the parlayed win, check out where you are in terms of your goal. Come on, give me it. Yes, blackjack. Done, right? We hit it. We parlayed it, and we have 1150 in the rack. Right now we can start over again. So we'll start back over again at level. We're already there, but at level 1, not quite to goal yet, but a pretty good little win. Here we go. That's an 11. We're going to double that up. Oh, what a great pull! Woo! What a great pull. Again, we can double the win. Right? Every time you win, you double your last bet. Period. Nice and simple. Let's stay on that. Bust out. Bang. Ugh. Okay, level 1 for the second time. Here we are. Whoop. All right, we are going to split the 3s here. Oh, we're going to split them again. I'm going to, oh my God, this is going to be a hand. The hand from hell. We will stay there. And here. I got to hit that. All right, let's go. Hit it nice. 19. That'll work. Let's go. Bust. Woo! Look at that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's pretty sweet. All right, $13.50. So that's $300 twice today. That's cool. I'm going to keep playing the 31 because I want you to see how it progresses up. I want to get past level 1. Let's just go back and reset. We'll do it for another few minutes, and then we'll call it here. There's a nice 20. We will stand on that one. And we lose it. That's the first level 1. I want to lose like 3 or 4 in a row here. Come on. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll double that up. We got to hit that. Ugh. All right. We're at third level 1 now. Hit. Oh, good hit. Good pull. Alrighty, now we double it. We're our third level 1. We double the bet. Looking for 2 in a row anytime we can get it. Stay there. Take the hit. Nope. All right, now we've lost 3 level 1s. So we go to level 2, which is $100. It's 50 times 2. Our levels are $50. Here we go. That's good. That's good. Yay. All right, so we hit it. We won it. You parlay it. So the 31 goes 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, 8. You parlay your first win at any level. If you win the parlay, you're back to level 1. Nice and simple. Come on, this is the hand right here. Let's go. Ugly. Ugly. Give me something small. Give me a 4 here. Come on. Something little. Look at that. we'll stand. All right, cool. Oh no. That's our first level 2 loss. Now we go back to level 2 again. Let's hit it. No insurance. We're going to stand on it, and he's going to bust out. That's right. That's right. So we have to parlay that win. So we're our second level 2, right? We're going to go and parlay the win. So we're at $200 now on the bet. Let's go. Oh boy, that's nasty. Give me an ace. All right, we got a 20. We'll stay there. And we win it. We won the parlay, right? So that's great. We got all the way level. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row. Got to our second level 2 bet. Parlayed the win. Back to base we go, and we're at $14.50 now. So that little run, we won $100. Remember, we started out with like $1,300 or something like that. We won $100 in that round. Start back over again. This is the 31. 25, 50. Back to level 1 we go. At the 10 against the 9, we get a straight up hit on that one. And we're out. Okay. One more. Level 1. Hit. All right. Second loss at level 1. 19 stand. Push. We stay there. Ugly. Give me something teeny tiny. Nope. All right, now we're level 2. 3 losses in a row. At level 2 we go. Oh no. Something little. Thank you very much. Oh, we lost. Did we win or lose that one? I wasn't paying attention. I think we won that one. We have to parlay it. I think that was a win. Split the aces. All right, let's do it. Split the aces. It does. The aces are weird. The ace splits are wrong. So we have to hit that. The blackjack there. Yeah, it's got the hands backwards, but we won them both. Back to level 1 we would go now, right? So we finally got the right series, right? Lost, lost, lost. Go to level 2, win 1, parlay the win, and we're out. Just like they drew it up in the How to Retire Playing Blackjack book, right? Perfect. All right, put the chips away. Let's come back to us again. Gosh, how fun is that, right? How fun is it when it works out for you? But I think today was cool because we did get to see a little bit less. Yesterday was a straight up just series of wins. Yesterday was this 1 to 6 consecutive wins like 3 times in a row. Today a little more choppy, right? The ladder helps you in the chop, which is good. Even the 31, lose, 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 win 1, parlay it, and you're all the way back to 0 again, right? The little ladder, 31's like a ladder parlay, but it's got a rhythm to it, which I like a little bit better than a regular ladder. But both of them work today. And again, if you catch the right run, if you're in the chop like we were today for the most part, laddering and 31s work in the chop. They work pretty well. The other way that I play works great on a run, right? So a lot of times what I'll do is you could start with a 31, like we just did. When you get that second one in a row, consider yourself in a 1, 3, 2, 4, right? Play the 3. Start at level 3. Start at 3 and finish the series, right? Once you get back to base, you don't got to keep playing the negative progression. You can get back to base and jump into something positive, and hopefully, if the game goes that way for you, catch that little run that you might be in the middle of. So anyway, I think I say this all the time, right? You've got to play for chaos. You cannot sit here and try and grind the game out. If you try and grind the game out, the casino will grind you out. 100% of the time, they will grind you out if you try and grind them on these 50-50 games, right? The pass line will grind you to 0 in craps, right? Playing red-black will grind you to 0 unless you bet it aggressively, unless you play for something chaotic to happen. You've got to play for something crazy to happen because crazy always happens, right? And so that's what I say all the time. So that's my spiel on variance. A little bit of blackjack fun today. I hope that was cool for you guys. Really, that's kind of it. I'm gonna go check here for if there's any questions to answer, and then we'll call it early today, maybe, huh? Let's go here. Let's see. I don't see any questions. Well, the chat's really kind of light today, which is, I guess, okay. Either that means I'm explaining it all perfectly, or you're all falling asleep. One of the two. And if I can help you sleep during your work day, mission accomplished, right? Gary, appreciate that. Progression betting is the way to go. I'm telling you, you cannot win. You cannot win same betting. Even a simple RUP as a progression bet is a great way to play. You've got to do something to catch the run. You have to do something that catches the run. Alrighty, so before we get out of here today, let's talk about a couple things. I remember I told you that the Super Mario effect is how I teach computer programming, right? Which is, I think, one of the things that we all learned as young kids and didn't realize we were learning it, right? When you had your Nintendo at home, you could play Mario forever, never die, and when you can't die, you explore, right? The people who have Mario Brothers for free in their house explored everything. That's where you found all the secret mushrooms and shit like that, right? Because you had no risk of losing. They could explore, learn, and perfect their skills. The folks who played in the arcade, where every run cost them a quarter, they played under high stress and were more conservative. They didn't look for stuff. They just tried to get to the end of the level to keep on playing and earn a new life. Different mindsets, right? Gambling is the same way. If you think about it, right? When you do what I just did, grab an app, practice on the app, get on your table, roll the dice and make your bets. The more you practice without fear of losing, because it is just bullshit money in your fake chips, right? You can explore, you can learn, you can feel and experience, right? I don't go to the casino and go, let me just progression bet today. And I didn't do it when I was 26, right? You learn that stuff by practicing at home. My dad and I sat at my kitchen table and worked betting systems all the time. We would sit there and he would deal blackjack and we'd work betting. We'd work patterns all the time. That's how you win. It's also how you lose, but it's how you win, right? If you just kind of try and grind it out, you're going to be gone. So anyway, the Super Mario effect. Practice, practice, practice. Perfect your skills. Perfect your math. Perfect your feel of the game. And perfect your understanding of how streaks work. Okay? Don't play under stress. So that's my final thoughts other than this. And by the way, I see that we have dice data here, Matt. I want to talk to you about this. Somebody had brought up the other day, last week actually, about the lowest house edge bets on the table. And we all think that it's the pass line with max odds, and it's not. The lowest house edge, we think, is like a buy 4 at $35. If you can buy the 4 for $35 and only pay the $1 in vig, that actual house edge is like 0.3 or something like that. So I'd love to see kind of a comparison of like buying the 4 for 35 and a pass line for 35 or something like whatever the equivalent would be to make the outcomes fair, I guess, and really see which of those does produce the lowest house edge and which of those, because I think that the lowering the house edge typically doesn't mean you're going to win more, right? I think people think that means you're going to win more. It doesn't. It means you're going to lose less over the course, right? With the 4 and 10 being the 2-to-1 payouts, if you catch any kind of a streak, those will way outpace the pass line. It should be interesting to see a little comparison of like that. So I'd love to see some of that stuff. Anyway, there's that. Last thing on the tap is the raffle items. Again, these are still open. I'm not closing the raffle right until we get to our reserves. The felt from Gargoyle, right? The absinthe tickets at Caesars, the Axis Power Crap seminar of your choosing, $50 for a raffle ticket. These things are all worth multiple thousands of dollars. The absinthe tickets are $600 a piece. The Axis Power Craps thing is $2,500. The felts are worth about $3,000, maybe more. For $50, it can be yours. Go to crapsforthecure.com. We're still trying to fund the dogs, right? So get on in there, buy a raffle ticket today or tomorrow. Everybody that's watching should buy one. Everybody buys one, we're going to be at our goal. So appreciate that in advance. Until y'all, God bless. Thanks again for your time. Appreciate the great comments out there, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great Tuesday. Bye, y'all.